Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news now, guys. I want to talk about a story that's been making waves recently, one that has fans of the Cleveland Browns buzzing all over social media. It's a story that not only involves a new signing, but also touches on some serious off-field issues, some legal twists, and a lot of questions about the future of this young player, and of course, the Browns themselves. You've probably heard the headlines, but let's dig deep into what this really means for Cleveland, what it signals about their off-season moves, and what fans should really be paying attention to. Because this isn't just a regular signing, folks. It's a statement, a gamble, and maybe even a sign of how the Browns are trying to rebuild and retool after a turbulent offseason. So the player in question is Isaiah Bond, a name you might not be super familiar with if you're new to Browns country, but one that's gaining a lot of attention now. Bond, a former rookie receiver, was no stranger to NFL scouts and fans last year. He participated in the NFL Combine, clocking an impressive 4.39 seconds in the 40-yard dash, showcasing his blazing speed, something that immediately caught the eye of teams, especially considering his projected potential. He was once considered a mid-round pick, a guy with a lot of upside, a receiver with the athletic ability to make big plays, to stretch the field, and to be a reliable target. But of course, everything changed back in April when he was arrested in Texas on a sexual assault warrant. That arrest no doubt caused his stock to plummet, and unfortunately, the legal process took a turn that saw him no-billed by a grand jury, meaning they decided not to pursue charges after reviewing the case. This legal development was a big deal because, for a while, it seemed like his NFL future was hanging in the balance. Teams were wary, understandably, because even the perception of legal trouble can derail a young player's career, especially when it involves such serious allegations. The Browns, however, took a different approach. They signed Isaiah Bond shortly after he was cleared of all charges last Thursday. And let me tell you, that's a move that's raising eyebrows and sparking conversations across the league and among fans, because it shows that Cleveland is willing to look beyond the headlines, beyond the initial setbacks, and see the player behind the controversy, someone who, according to him, is innocent and eager to prove himself. Bond's statement was quite heartfelt. He expressed his gratitude to the Browns for giving him this second chance. He said, "First and foremost, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the Cleveland Browns for believing in me and allowing me the opportunity to continue my career in the NFL." That's a powerful message coming from a young man who's faced serious legal allegations, but now sees a path forward. He also emphasized how much playing football means to him, since he's been passionate about the game since he was just 6 years old. For him, this is more than just a job. It's a lifelong dream, and he's determined to make the most of this opportunity. Bond also made it clear that he's not going to discuss the specifics of the case, which is understandable, but he did reiterate that he maintained his innocence from the start, refuting the allegations and saying he's focused on the future. Now, coming into the Browns roster, this signing is more than just an addition on paper. It's a statement about their approach, sometimes willing to take risks on players with complicated backgrounds if they believe in their potential and character. Cleveland has had its fair share of headlines for off-field issues this offseason. You've got rookie running back Quinshon Judkins, who faced domestic violence allegations but was later cleared, and stars like Myles Garrett and rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders being cited for speeding. Even Deshaun Watson, the Browns' quarterback, continues to face scrutiny over his conduct that led to an 11-game suspension last season. So adding Isaiah Bond to the mix might seem like just another headline, but in reality, it's a calculated move, a gamble that could pay off if he adapts quickly to the playbook and earns the trust of his coaches and teammates. Speaking of the roster, the Browns' wide receiver depth chart has been somewhat thin, and they didn't draft a receiver in this year's draft, which was a little surprising to many fans. So, signing a guy like Bond makes sense from a team-building perspective. If he can learn the offense fast, make those quick adjustments, and stay focused, he might even contribute sooner rather than later. That's especially true considering what the Browns need at that position: speed, explosiveness, and someone who can stretch the field. And let's not forget, the team's already in a bit of a rebuild mode, trying to find consistency after last season's ups and downs. But it's not just about what he can bring on the field. It's also about the message this signing sends to the locker room and the fan base. Cleveland fans are passionate. They want winners. They want players who give their all, and they want to believe in their team's future. Signing someone like Bond, who's faced adversity, might actually inspire some of his teammates, showing that the Browns are willing to look beyond the surface and give talented players a second chance if they show remorse and readiness to work hard. Of course, there's always going to be some skepticism, especially given the recent off-field incidents involving other players. Some fans jokingly said on social media, the Browns could very well fill an entire roster with off-the-field problems, and that's a reflection of the cautious attitude many fans have right now. But Cleveland fans are also known for their resilience. They believe in redemption stories, in players turning things around, and in the team's ability to rise above the noise. Now, what about the impact on the team's future? Well, if Isaiah Bond can adapt quickly, he might even be a wild card on offense in the upcoming season. His speed and athleticism could be exactly what the Browns need to break open defenses, especially in critical third-down situations. And with the team trying to build chemistry and cohesion, especially with Deshaun Watson still adjusting to a new system, having a reliable target who can stretch the field is a big plus. The Browns are also optimistic about getting Quinshon Judkins back soon, after the decision not to charge him in his domestic violence case. That's a relief for the team because Judkins was a second-round pick with a lot of potential, and his return will bolster their backfield and offensive options. Now, you might be wondering, what's next? Well, the NFL is still reviewing Judkins' situation, and while the legal case was dropped, the league's own policies mean that they'll continue their review, and any disciplinary action could still be on the table. It's a reminder that the Browns are walking a tightrope. They want to build a talented roster, but they also have to manage the off-field risks that come with it. And that's what makes this offseason so interesting. It's a balancing act between talent acquisition, team chemistry, and legal considerations. But if Isaiah Bond can stay focused on football, learn the playbook quickly, and prove his character on and off the field, he could become an important part of Cleveland's future. So, Browns fans, this signing is just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. It shows that the team is willing to take chances, to look past the controversies if they believe in the talent and the person. It's a story of redemption, of second chances, and of a young player who's eager to make his mark in the NFL despite the hurdles he's faced. The road ahead isn't easy, but that's what makes football so exciting. Every game, every play, every player's story adds to the drama and the passion we all share as fans. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this signing? Do you believe Isaiah Bond can turn things around and become a key contributor for the Browns? Or are you still cautious, worried about the off-field issues and the past? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news, because this season promises to be full of surprises, challenges, and hopefully, a lot of victories. Keep supporting your team, keep the faith alive, and let's see where this story takes us. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Browns!